Edmonton Oilers 4, Florida Panthers 3. Welcome back to the day after reaction. Myself was Zach Lang. Zach, how would you sum up that very chaotic game? I feel like we've said that a few times this season.
We have said it a few times. It was a very vibey win. That's what I'm going to call it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a vibey win. I thought the
Vibey.
Oilers played a really good game. I really did. Probably the best 50 minutes that we've seen them play so far this season. Now, things got a little bit out of hand there in the last 10 minutes of the game, but Evan Bouchard, a big goal, 5 seconds left on the clock. Then you put out the cheat code in overtime, and we're sitting here again saying, wow, the Oilers were able to, come from behind to win another game.
Yeah, and it's a theme that we've seen throughout, maybe the last year with the Oilers, where you can't really count them out, but sometimes it feels like they can't do it. And tonight was one of the nights where you just couldn't count them out. From Evan Bouchard scoring with 5 seconds left, an omen to Nail Yakupov's goal way back when against the LA Kings. Not as dramatic though, and not as much of a knee slide. Let me just I want to get your thoughts on the first goal that Florida scored. Darnell Nurse, was that fluky, or should have Nurse done better on that?
I don't know what to think about that one still. Like I think he was just trying to get in the lane of a shot attempt, and it just took a weird bounce off of him. And it's hard because he's had a lot of weird bounces go off of them. So at what point do you start saying, is it a weird bounce, or is it just, is something missing there?
Yeah,
I think this one was a bit of a weird bounce, although I do think that his game as a whole does need to be better here.
100%, 100%. Let's get to your three takeaways from the game against Florida. What was your first takeaway?
My first takeaway was just the defensive play the Oilers had. I thought it was maybe one of their best defensive games of the entire season. This is a Florida Panthers team that was missing Sasha Barkov, but they're still a club that's a deep roster, and they take 40 shots on goal per game.
Hmm.
And the Oilers limited them to 27 last night. So, that's a 30% decrease off their standard shot volume. That's something you really like to see.
Takeaway number two.
It's going to be Stuart Skinner once again, another really solid night for him between the pipes. The save percentage, isn't going to show it, but that third goal scored by Brandon Montour shouldn't have counted. But I digress. We'll say he allowed 2 goals last night, and we'll go with that. I thought Stuart Skinner had another great game, kept the Oilers in it all night long, helped them keep it tight, and allowed the Oilers to strike.
And takeaway number three.
Goals at the right time. I
Goals at
mean,
the right time.
I think that's the biggest thing, right? You look at the McDavid goal on the power play. That was a great goal. Just such a smart player, right? To be able to sneak in behind, the defenses they're trying to change there. The Tyson Barrie goal was an awesome one as well. And then, the Evan Bouchard goal, what can you say, right? 5 seconds left on the clock. I don't know how McDavid was even able to find Bouchard in the first place over there, which was pretty incredible to say the least. But yeah, it was the timing of these goals were really big for the club.
And then just quickly, I want to get your thoughts on James Hamblin. I know he probably didn't play too many minutes last night, but any thoughts from him from his game?
Yeah, I thought he had a solid game, solid debut in the NHL. I thought he played well with his body. He had a couple of nice setups. There's a lot of hype around this kid who's seemingly kind of come out of nowhere in the last number of years. Of course, everybody in this market knows who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to the Southside Athletic Club days with that great team that they had there. But he's a really interesting young prospect who's worked really, really hard to get to where he is right now. It's going to be interesting to see the way he kind of continues to play here over this next whole stretch.
Speaking of Southside Athletic Club, we just got an article up on OilersNation.com detailing about Southside Athletic Club, the Southsiders article by Liam Horban. Go check that out, OilersNation.com. And of course, for more in-depth analysis, OilersNation.com. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.